of ABNAC, and ABNAC is not just an organization of members of parliament who are sitting, but we also have former members of parliament who are members of ABNAC, like the Honorable Musikari Kombo, whom I want to recognize, is a member of ABNAC. I also want to thank my chair, the Honorable Shakil Shabir, for the good work he's been doing in ABNAC. He's been a long-time serving chair of the ABNAC since the 11th Parliament, when I knew him, together in the 12th Parliament and now in the 13th Parliament. He's still been our chair. Honorable Shakil has steered this caucus very well, and we can credibly say that ABNAC is a very resourceful organization that the honorable members of this house can be able to get capacitated or capacity building in terms of providing better oversight to the various institutions. Honorable Speaker, matters corruption are not just in terms of not just in terms of stealing. There are also corruption in terms of how we lead the various organizations. There is moral corruption in terms of how do we even organize our parties. There is moral corruption in terms of how do we engage with each other. Honorable Speaker, I want to support the President in the efforts in which he's putting up in fighting corruption. One of them is where beginning today, the President has said all the M-Pesa agents should go into only one M-Pesa account, which is monitored by Treasury. That implies that all the other M-Pesa accounts giving government services ceases from today, and we'll only have one. I think that's a very big effort in the right direction. This morning in State House, the President made a commitment when the cabinet secretaries were signing the performance contracting, and we expect that they'll be able to live and deliver on those services. And these are the services that the Kenya Kwanza promised wananchi during the campaigns. They gave them commitments, and this is not just a commitment between the President and cabinet secretaries, but it is between the government of William Ruto and the wananchi and the Kenyans. And Honorable Speaker, with the efforts the government has put in place, we can now, for more than a year, we can now start seeing the inflation is coming down. I was in Trans Nzoia yesterday, in Jepchoina, in my constituency. And Honorable Speaker, you look at the amount of food, maize that the wananchi have grown, based on the subsidy that the government gave, fertilizer subsidy of 3,500. And we expect that the subsidy will even be coming down to 2,000, so that the price of fertilizer will now come to 2,500. Honorable Speaker, the farmers of Trans Nzoia in this year expect to harvest pamba harvest. And these farmers, they told me, Honorable Speaker, that we don't expect other people now to start demanding that we should sell at a throwaway price. We want to sell at a good market price. We've never asked our brothers from other regions, especially even from the Nyanza region, who fish, to sell us fish at a throwaway price. We've never carried sufurias in our heads to demand that the price of fish go down. So they should not carry sufurias in their heads to demand that the price of maize goes down. With those few remarks, Honorable Speaker, I support.
The Honorable Mayaka, nominated member.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I also stand to support this particular report. And before I do that, I just want to tell the Honorable